Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. In this lesson we're going to continue to update the EnemyAI, and as I said in the last lesson, every time we switch to a state, so let's say for this instance idle, we are constantly calling the idle animation, and this is unnecessary and is not great optimization. So what we want is to call this once when we switch to the idle state, and we always get to the idle state through wait for animations. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down to the bottom here, and you can put this anywhere, but I'm going to put mine here, I think, just below the on trigger enter and exits. And we're going to create an of type private, of type void, because they don't return values, and we'll just say run animation, open and close again, and yeah, we'll put the idle here, so private void, and we want the idle animation. And we'll open and close again, open and close. And of course we can put the debug logs in. I'll just copy this one from Strike. We'll paste that in there and there. And we'll just swap out what the debug log says. So for this one, idle animation, copy, and run animation. And we'll create a little bit of space inside those two functions, and we'll start with the idle. So we'll come up here, and what we're going to do is cut this line. We'll get rid of the empty space and we'll come down to this new function, idle animation. We'll paste that in, get rid of the empty space, and because we never reset from any other state straight to idle, we always come to this state, and here's where we switch to idle. So I'm going to come in there, so we have it where it says if play distance is less than attack radius, switch to attack, else idle, and then it would iterate through. This is where we're now going to call the idle animation, and we do that by just calling that function. Open and close brackets, close the line off. So here we have idle animation, what we're calling here, and we'll just save that there for the moment. So how this now works is whether we are starting a game and beginning to initialize, or whether we've come from another block into wait for animations. The script reads through. The player is outside the attack radius, so it does not change to attack, and we come to the else. It then calls this function, and it calls this function once, which means the script only reads this line once. And if we come up, and the reason why it reads it once is because it does not have time to read it again, because automatically we switch to idle. The idle animation will still be playing within idle. We now no longer need to call it in this block, and it will continue to loop because we've set it here in the void start. So if an enemy is constantly in the idle state, rather than keep reading the animation and calling the animation, which can be heavy on a game, it now just calls it once and continues to loop. And when this or should I say, when we have a lot of enemies on screen, this can actually really make a difference. It can make a bigger difference than what a lot of people can expect. So let's test this out. We'll come to console, we will hit play, and if we come towards our enemy now, turn our flashlight on, I'll turn it up to high beam, we come towards. Okay, he's gone into the idle state. But if I just pause that there for the moment, look here. When it went into the idle state, you can ignore these top two because they're from other scripts that we haven't commented out yet. We will come back and comment out all the debug logs when we've finished everything. We're not commenting out the health until we have the enemy damage script or the enemy attack script in place. But look here, the idle animation is now called once. Yeah, if we come back to the game, the idle animation is continuing to play. And we'll come back to the script. So this can help far more than what you may think. Just swapping round that one line into one function and letting it be read once can make a real difference to performance. Like I said, not so much if you have one or two enemies on screen, but if you're setting up your game to have a lot of enemies, it can make quite a bit of difference. So, with that said, we need to do the same for the run. So we'll come here and we're going to cut this line where we crossfade in the run animation. We'll paste that in here and we'll get rid of the empty line. We'll come back to the run block and we can get rid of all this here, and we'll just close the bracket again. So it's the if block, and I went through this when we originally did the EnemyAI, how it works. Enemy controller velocity magnitude is less than the enemy run speed and play distance is greater than attack radius. That's when we would switch to an idle because the enemy is blocked, or otherwise we'd switch to the run as standard. We're going to cut that again. We'll get rid of the empty lines and we'll come to the bottom here and we'll paste that in and we'll come inside. Now if the enemy gets blocked, we're going to switch to the path blocked state. So we'll just copy this line where we switched the state to attack. We'll paste that in, get rid of the empty line, and we'll copy in where it says to switch to the path block state, and we'll change it into the comments. Again, we'll just save off there for the moment, and we need to come to the idle and we need to call the run animation this time. We can only get to the run block through idle, so we just need to come inside and call run animation. Open and close. We'll close the line off and we'll just comment them to lines. So here we'll say call the idle animation function, and here we'll put call the run animation function, and we'll just save that off there. Now this is going to break the EnemyAI for a little while until we have more code in the path blocked feature, but we can still test out the run. So we'll come, idle's playing fine, we'll switch, can we get him to run, and the run's working just fine there, and we'll stop it there. And I think we'll leave it here for this video. We'll continue to update the enemy AI in the next video. Like I said, there will be some glitches until we've finished all the updates and some problems. Once we've finished the updates, everything will be fine. But like I said, until we've got some more code in our new function and done a few other little bits that need fixing, we will experience problems. So don't worry, just wait for the next lessons. They are coming very shortly. And we'll leave it here for now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.